Hi, I'm Stu Harris. I'm a marketer and media producer. I've had the privilege of working with some of the most innovative brands in the world and had a front row seat into the thinking of some of the most innovative solutions of our lifetime. Today, I'm the co-founder of Strategist. We help organizations create more engaged audiences. In this video, I'll be sharing the marketing methodology we use to help us create greater engagement. This video is a quick overview and it's based on decades of experience and thinking. Be sure to subscribe to ensure you receive future videos that dig deeper into this and other marketing concepts. We use our combination of marketing strategy thinking with media production expertise to develop short and long-term strategic marketing plans, online streaming platforms and hybrid conferences, produce TV and online productions, migrate websites into media platforms, and we've helped launch new products, services, and brands. My business partner and I established Strategist at the start of 2020. We're also married and have been together 20 years. Can you believe our passion for marketing and media production is something we've always shared? We're both marketing professionals in our own right, and individually, we've each worked for big media and retail brands, and now we've joined forces and built a team to help organizations create greater engagement online. At Strategist, before we jump into a solution, we use our S.A.P methodology to help us discover the key aspects that define the problem and opportunity. So often when a new prospect approaches us, they ask, "Can you make me a blank?" Fill in the blank with video, website, or update our brand, for example. In short, often we start with the solution, the end product. Let me be more specific with an example. For a number of years, I worked for a major television broadcaster. I'd frequently receive invitations to meetings where I was told, "I've got a great idea for a TV show." The person might have a pilot episode, but most of the time they'd have a synopsis of the idea prepared to share. Most of the pitches were poorly prepared, and almost always the person could not tell me who the intended audience was, how they knew that the intended audience was likely to be interested in their story, and what convinced them TV was the right platform for their big idea. Over time, this constant pitching became tiresome and frustrating. However, it got me thinking. This is not uncommon. In other contexts, I've heard ideas that have not been thoroughly thought through either. Of course, we want to communicate our idea to our audience. However, have we considered whether the platform is the right fit? Going back to the TV pitch, why TV? Is the audience you're looking to reach with your story on TV, on that platform? What if the story you're trying to tell could be written differently to reach an audience online? Let me tell you a personal story. Years ago, I was writing a documentary. I shared the documentary story with a friend in the industry and he challenged me. He said, "Your story is very compelling, but what convinced you to write a documentary in the first place? If you want to influence people with this story and change people's minds, could the story be written into a screenplay and created into a theatrical drama, for example?" You see, I wanted my story to influence people, and my friend helped me see how I could reconsider how the story could be rewritten to fit a different platform to reach the audience I wanted to speak to. You see, the truth is, fewer people watch documentaries than feature-length films. Of course, this does come with many new and different types of challenges, one of which most people or most scripts don't ever get produced. And so as I explored the idea even further, we even considered whether writing a book might be a lower risk way of testing the appetite for this story. My point is, it's easy to jump to the platform decision without first considering whether we have crafted the story appropriately for the audience we're intending to reach. We use the word story interchangeably with idea. Your story could be your content, brand, product, or service. It's the thing you want your customer or audience to engage with. Decisions about the story, audience and platform do not happen in isolation. They interact with each other and impact the solutions, strategy and final design. We will always come at a problem or need with one of these three, either story, audience or platform. We think of these as lenses to view through and gears that interact with each other. They move around. In future videos, we'll take a deeper dive into these concepts. For now though, let's just take a brief summary of our S.A.P. Explorer. Remember, by story, we mean product, idea, service. It's the thing you're wanting your audience to engage with. Everything starts with story. Without a product, idea or service, you have nothing. But it's not always the starting point, or at the very least, it doesn't happen all on its own without being connected to the audience in some way. When you develop a brand, product or service, think about your audience. Will they understand the point? Will this communicate well? Will they understand what we're trying to say? Will they buy our product or service? Will they hear, agree, and change the world? The audience is why we're creating the thing, the product, idea or service. It's for them. It's who we're trying to engage with. You must get to know them. Get in their head. As marketers, we will be engaged by a client when they have a particular need, and the client to some extent will most likely have determined what they need to reach their audience, which is why platform is often the starting point in the conversation. Let me be more specific. They often come to us saying, we need a website, or can you create a video for us, for example. By specifying the platform, a website or video, the client has already made a number of decisions and assumptions. It is wise, therefore, before we spend time and resources jumping into developing the platform, to test our ideas. We should always challenge our personal biases. We all have them. Just because I see the world a particular way or do things in a particular way does not mean everyone does, right? Well, of course. The role of a marketer is to understand consumer behavior and to present solutions or messages that are relevant to the particular people or market that we want to reach. Our stories will not resonate with everyone. That's okay. We do need them to resonate with the specific target audience we're trying to reach though. It's about knowing the lane we swim in, knowing the persona of the type of people who will resonate with the products and services we have to offer, having clarity about the kinds of language that will get the attention of the audience, and knowing where they are and the language that is spoken there will affect the product, service or story. Imagine how differently a brand interacts on TikTok versus LinkedIn. Hopefully, even this example forces you to ask whether the same or right audience would even be on these two different platforms. The rules of engagement are different on each of these platforms. What we do there is different too. There are lots of great opportunities on these platforms, and if we take the time to consider how and what we should communicate on these platforms, then we'll see how the story is adjusted to meet the expectations of the audience. There is so much more that we could say on this, and we will. I hope that this video and these ideas have sparked your interest and will motivate you to create more engaged audiences. The S.A.P. Explorer is our methodology for researching the key aspects that define the issue and opportunity. Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss more videos like this as we dive deeper into strategy. I'd love to hear your feedback. Consider leaving a question in the comments below, and that might help shape the kinds of videos that I create in the future. Thanks so much for watching. Now go create more engaged audiences.